103 years old. This morning I walked to the store. Same walk I have done every morning for 61 years, half a mile each way. The young man behind the counter, he is maybe 30, he looked at me and said, "Sal, how are you still doing that?" I said, "Because I never stopped." People ask me all the time, doctors, strangers, my grandchildren's friends, "What's your secret?" Like it is some mystery, like I found a treasure map somebody else lost. It is not a secret. It is 6 things, 6 habits I brought with me from Calabria when I was 19 years old. The same habits my father had, his father had, and I will tell you every one of them. Because your body already knows what to do. You just stopped letting it. My brother Enzo. I have to tell you about Enzo first. Same mother, same father, same kitchen table in Calabria. We grew up eating the same food, my mother's rabolita, the fish my father pulled from the water, figs off the tree in the yard, olive oil on everything, same blood, same start. Enzo came to America 2 years after me. I was in Brooklyn, he went to Chicago, and Chicago, it swallowed him. He was working doubles at the plant, no time to cook, no time to walk. He ate what was fast, what was cheap, hot dogs, white bread, those frozen dinners in the silver trays. He used to call me, this is the 1960s, we talked on Sundays, and he'd say, "Sal, over here nobody eats like Mama. Here you eat to work, not the other way." I said, "Enzo, come to Brooklyn, I'll teach you to cook again." He always said next year, always next year. His first heart attack came at 61. He survived that one. His second, he did not. He was 68 years old, 68. I am now 103. I have outlived my brother by 35 years. At his funeral, his wife Rosa, God rest her, she took my hands and said, "Salvatore, he always said he'd start eating like you. He just never started. He just never started." I have thought about those words for 35 years. Every morning when I walk to the store, every time I cook my soup, every time I cut the lemon peel for my espresso. Enzo was not a stupid man. He was not a lazy man. He was busy. He was tired. He was doing what everyone around him was doing. That is what frightens me, because everyone around you is doing the same thing, and I am going to tell you what Enzo never let himself learn. Habit 1. Walk. Every day. No exceptions. In Calabria, nobody drove anywhere. You walked to the market. You walked to the church. You walked to your neighbor's house. We never called it exercise. It was just life. When I came to America, I saw people drive to the mailbox at the end of their own driveway. I thought I was hallucinating. I walk half a mile to the store every morning. I have done this since 1964. My doctor, lovely man, maybe 50 years old, he told me last year, "Sal, your circulation is better than my 40-year-old patients." I said, "You want to know my treadmill?" I pointed at my shoes. Enzo stopped walking. He said his knees hurt, but I think his knees hurt because he stopped walking. Your body is not a car that wears out faster the more you use it. It is a garden. You stop tending it, it goes wild. Habit 2. Olive oil. Real olive oil. Every single day. Not that pale yellow water they sell in the big plastic jugs. Dark green, thick, smells like the earth. My father kept a bottle on the table like some families keep salt. On bread, on vegetables, on beans, on fish, on everything. I put olive oil on my food the way Americans put ketchup on theirs every day for 80-some years. My arteries, the doctor says, they look like a young man's. I said, "They have been marinating since 1940. People are afraid of fat. This is a modern fear. For 10,000 years, humans ate fat from olives and fish and nuts, and they were fine. Then someone told you fat was the enemy and you started eating things made in factories instead. How has that worked out? Habit 3. Eat the whole fish, scales to tail. My father was a fisherman. We ate fish 3-4 times a week, not the white boneless squares in a box from the frozen aisle. Whole fish, grilled over wood, with the head still on, lemon, herbs from the garden. When I was young and had good money, I always bought the fresh fish at the market, branzino, sardines, anchovies, whatever came in that day. The fishmonger there, Augusto, lovely man, died too young. Only 90 he used to save the best sardines for me. These are for the old man, he'd tell his son. Your brain needs what is in that fish. Your heart needs it. Every cell in your body needs it. Enzo ate fish maybe twice a year. A fish stick does not count. Habit 4. Legumes, beans, lentils, every week. Pasta e fagioli pasta with beans, lentil soup with rosemary, white bean stew with garlic and sage. These were not poor people food to us. These were the center of the table, packed with everything your body needs, costs almost nothing, and they fill you up for hours. Americans discovered chickpeas, what do you call it, hummus, about 20 years ago. We have been eating chickpeas since before Columbus. You are late to the party, but it is still a good party. Come in, sit down, have a bowl. Habit 5. Eat together. Sit down. No rushing. In my family, dinner was not fuel. It was ceremony. My mother cooked for 2 hours. We sat for 2 hours. We talked, we argued, we laughed. My father would refill the wine just a little, never too much, and we would stay at that table until everyone was satisfied in every way. When you eat standing over the sink, or in your car, or staring at a screen, you eat more than you need, and you feel less than you should. The food doesn't know you're grateful for it. Your body doesn't know it's time to be at rest. I still sit down for every meal, just me and my table and whatever I have cooked. Sometimes I am slow. I am 103. I am allowed to be slow. But I sit, I taste, I finish. Enzo ate lunch at his desk for 30 years. I think about that a lot. Habit 6. Bitter things, the foods that bite back. Radicchio, dandelion greens sautéed in garlic, dark espresso, just one, in the afternoon, with a curl of lemon peel, same as my father did until he was 97. Dark chocolate, a small square. Red wine, a small glass. In Calabria we said the bitter things clean you out, keep you honest. My grandmother, she lived to 94, she chewed on fennel seeds after every meal. Bitter things, she said, wake up your insides. Now they call it gut health and they sell it to you in capsules for $50 a bottle. My grandmother called it Tuesday. I am not telling you to move to Italy, but I am telling you that for 1,000 years, people in those hills lived long, strong lives, eating real food, moving their bodies, sitting together at a table, and then someone decided that was inefficient. 3 months before Enzo died, I went to Chicago to see him. He was in his apartment, second floor small, the blinds mostly closed. He was watching television, the big one in the corner, the sound too loud. There were cans on the counter, boxes, 2-liter bottles of soda. The kitchen smelled like nothing had been cooked in it for a very long time. He was 67. He looked 80. His color was gray like newsprint. He walked from his chair to the kitchen, and he was breathing hard by the time he got there. I made dinner that night. I found some canned beans, some old pasta, a little olive oil, garlic, not much, but enough. I made a simple pasta, I fagioli, the way Mama made it. And Enzo ate it, and he was quiet for a long time. And then he said, "Sal, this tastes like home." He said it like it was very far away, like home was something he had lost so long ago he had almost stopped missing it. I said, "Enzo, I'll come cook for you every week if you want." He said, "You don't have to do that." Those were almost the last words I ever heard him say clearly. 8 weeks later, Rosa called. I have thought about that bowl of pasta e fagioli every day since. How simple it was. How he only needed someone to make it for him. I eat this way because I watched the strongest man I knew disappear one meal at a time. Here is what I believe. After 103 years, after watching Enzo, after outliving 4 generations of people I loved, your body wants to live. That is its job, its only job, and for 10,000 years, human beings gave it what it needed to do that job. Real food, movement, rest, community at the table. Then in about 50 years we decided we knew better. We didn't. You are not broken. You have not been dealt a bad hand. You have been eating from the wrong deck. Every meal is a message to your body. Every walk is a conversation with it. Every time you sit down and eat slowly with someone you love, you are telling your body, "We are safe. We are home. Keep going." Your body is listening. It has always been listening. The only question is what you are saying to it. If you are watching this right now eating something out of a wrapper, I am not judging you. Enzo ate out of wrappers. Enzo was a good man. He was just busy and tired and nobody reminded him in time. Consider this your reminder. Pick one thing from this list, just one. Not all 6, you will overwhelm yourself and do nothing. Pick one. Walk for 15 minutes tomorrow morning. Buy a bottle of real olive oil this week, dark green, small bottle. You'll taste the difference immediately. Make a pot of bean soup on Sunday. Sit down for dinner tonight with no phone, no television, just the food. One thing. This week. Start there. Because here is what I know at 103 that I did not fully know at 50. Your body keeps a ledger. Every day, every meal, every walk you take or don't take it, writes it all down. It is patient. It does not rush you, but one day it presents the bill. Enzo got his bill too early. He was not ready. He thought he had more time to start. You have time right now, today. Right now, while you are listening to an old Italian man talk about olive oil and beans. I am 103 years old, and I walked half a mile this morning and I feel fine. You believe me? Good, because I am not finished yet, and neither are you. All right, it is almost 2 o'clock. You know what that means. My espresso is ready. I cut the lemon peel long, thin, just like my father showed me. You twist it over the cup, let the oil kiss the top of the coffee, then you sit down, just for a moment. You don't rush it. Papa did this every afternoon until he was 97. So will I. Gracia, God, go eat something your grandmother would recognize.